By the way, speaking of basketball, Caitlin Clark now has the rookie record, the history of the WNBA, as she's now going to try to set the all-time record, but 12 games to go. Now, this is happening exactly how I scripted it. I told you this is going. They loaded up the schedule, front-loaded. Caitlin Clark on a bad team, the worst team because they drafted her, number one. They were going to load up against better competition, and she played an entire college basketball season, and she didn't play well. And I said at the time she didn't deserve to be on the Olympic team. And at the time I felt that. But she got rest, the schedule not as demanding, and now you're seeing Caitlin Clark. And for everybody who talked about, she's just a shooter, she's already set the all-time rookie assist record. For somebody who's the greatest scorer in college basketball history, and she is an incredible. See, I think that was lost on a lot of people. Her ability to be able to find the open person, it's something that you're born with. And, if you're one of her teammates and she's coming in, and I said at the time, she will try to ingratiate herself as a teammate by passing first instead of shooting first. And that's exactly what's happened. And she's played incredibly well. They've played incredibly well. And I know we want to make this the Rookie of the Year debate. Angel Reese is a wonderful player. She just had 20 rebounds. She's a double-double, guaranteed. Absolutely. But anybody who tries to sell you on this is selling you on something to get clicks. That's all this is. This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now, I'm not going to put Asia Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple. But we want to make it a debate, and I think that's just to get clicks. And look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA. I mean, you had somebody who was the all-time leading scorer in college basketball history who plays for Las Vegas, and nobody talked about her. Nobody talked about Kelsey. Wonderful player. Nobody talked about her. Caitlin Clark is just different. And you saw that yesterday. Again, they beat a good team, and she was great. But her ability to get her teammates involved is what's going to stand out to me with her rookie season, to remind you of just how great she is seeing the floor. Yes, Paulie.
And how much does the WNBA like it? The Indiana Fever look like they're going to make the playoffs. They've been winning. They're in the 7th spot right now. If the playoffs were now, the first round would be Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever. And that's pretty good. That will play nationally.
Well, that was the first game of the season of her career.
Yeah.
Was against Connecticut. Yes, Marvin?
And next season, the WNBA All-Star Game is going to be in Indianapolis.
Is
good
that
idea?
a good thing? Paulie said no.
I didn't think you needed to do it. The Clark goes wherever the All-Star Game is. You didn't need to necessarily have – you don't need to grow the game in Indiana right now. They're all good in Indianapolis with the state of the WNBA.
Okay.
I'd have taken Caitlin Clark and brought her to another city, whatever it may be. And I know it's a layup, no pun, to have it in Indiana. They're going to get a monster turnout. But I'd rather have her on the road bringing her game and everyone else's game to another city.